when you have issues, you don't always have to bring in the police department. You could work that out if you have a peacemaker and residents that are willing to listen and feel and later on understand the fact that we're not at each other, we're not against each other, but we just want peace just like everybody else does.
We have judges who are smart enough, particularly at the Justice Center in Red Hook, who know that not everything that happens after a criminal charge is in fact a criminal act.
If you look in the penal law, if I have an assault case, I can decide whether the people have proven their case beyond a reasonable doubt. If so, give a criminal conviction to a person in order protection for the victim. Defendant has all the consequences of a criminal conviction. Victim is still looking over his or her shoulder. Everyone in the area knows that the victim testified against the defendant. I want to send this case to peacemaking. I sent a case like that to peacemaking. My first case came back where the defendant was in court saying he knew that he had made some mistakes and he was sorry for the decisions he made. The victim decided to be there. The victim was there for the offender. They left arm in arm. The victim turned to the offender and said, "Do you need a ride home?" That's a result I could not deliver. That's a result that convinced me from day one of the power of peacemaking.
First, I'd like to go over a little bit of quick ground rules. This is the talking piece, and this is what we use to pass around. When someone has a talking piece, they have the stage pretty much, and they command your attention to speak and say what they have to say. The talking piece will ultimately go around the circle, and everyone will have a chance to speak.
I don't understand why he called the police on me. If he felt some type of way, he could have came to the party. I didn't tell him he couldn't come.
You have anything to say?
I didn't call the police on you. The only time I called the police on you is when we got into that physical altercation. I don't know what you're talking about. I got kids at home that need to sleep at a certain time. Now, come on. I understand the weekends, but you got to cut your party short now.
I really don't have much to say. I'm just over the loud music and what's going on, and it just need to stop.
The program was brought to the Red Hook Justice Center 4 years ago to help people that was having minor disputes, like somebody's playing their music too loud and they don't want to turn it down, so it becomes a court issue. Basically, I guess there's civil cases that we could show some civility and work these problems out with ourselves.
The peacemaking program came about as a result of our relationships with Native American tribes. We had been traveling around to tribes all across the country and learning about their approaches to justice.
We had the Native people, the Navajo, come in to train us in peacemaking, and we learned that peacemaking is an ancient way of problem solving, and we learned that peacemaking also has to do with storytelling, and that we have a commitment to each other, and we have a commitment to community. We have a commitment to tell our stories, and in telling those stories is how we solve these problems. That's one way of, kind of opening up the circle, and everybody has a story to tell.
We're always accustomed to using microwave justice. We always want things solved right away. But with peacemaking, it doesn't happen like that. Sometimes a case could take 1 week to 2 months, on a weekly basis.
I would like you guys to see how it goes, and we'll set up another date for you to come back. But I also want to know that how, just for you, how would he or she or his wife contact you if something arises?
Think of what the advantages would be if small disputes of community members were not in the courts, that youngsters who made a dumb mistake by starting a fight in the schoolyard did not have to have charges pressed against them or go to a facility or be fingerprinted, etc. Think of what it does to help a young person figure out, I am powerful in this situation, I can help solve this, Those are the kinds of things that peacemaking does. Think of how it feels for the community to have a voice in how something gets settled or solved between a dispute with neighbors.
So maybe we should do the cases first. Peacemaking is the most innovative and effective tool I've seen in the justice system in my over 35 years in criminal justice. It delivers better results for victims, for offenders, for community courts, and for police.
So I would say this. As far as working out the issue with you, it's cool. Monday through Thursday, music be down 9. Friday, Saturday, 1 o'clock. All right.
You're being very considerate. I do appreciate that. Now, you said 9 o'clock on the weekdays and 1 o'clock in the morning.